Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. One thing that I've thought lately quite a bit about making are specimen cards. I haven't done specimen cards yet. Today we're not going to make regular specimen cards. We're going to make some faux specimen cards with journal space. So I hope you like my video. If you do, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. So we're going to start out with just some dictionary page, and this is just out of this German English dictionary, and it's old. Pages are really old. I've looked through it. It tells you German and it tells you English, but yeah, I don't know how to speak it, so, but it's a cool dictionary. So that's what we're going to use as our background. And then I just have these tags that I've cut out, and I'm going to use them. On the back, we're just going to do some coffee dyed paper, and that'll be our journaling space. And then we're going to decorate these up. So we're just going to go ahead by gluing this down. I inked around the outside. I think I have most everything inked. Still might in the end have to ink a couple of things, but it's okay. So I can tell you in a second here how big I made the background. And I wanted it big enough where it looked like with a border, a big enough border around it. So let's see. This is about 4 3/4, almost 4 3/4 by 2 5/8. And the little tag is almost 2 inches by almost 3 inches. We don't have to be precise. And then my journaling paper is going to be about 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. I left a little border around on the back of that also. So now that I have this on, before I put my decorations on, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on the back. So this would be a good Scrapbuster or mass make. I think it'll make some pretty cool looking journaling cards. So I just used leftover pieces of coffee dyed paper for my journaling. So everything is not completely even. See if we can move this around just a little tiny bit, because this is pretty cockeyed. Might be a little bit more on one side than the other, but I didn't make it any better. So we're going to leave it. Okay. So now I do want to ink this real quick. I forgot. Just to touch up the edges of it. This is a piece of just a paper doily. Just a cut off from some project I used it in. Not even a clue, because I don't use them too often. So I'm going to set this up here. I'm going to overlap it onto the outside and up to the top. These aren't going to be like super decorated, couple of them might have a couple more little decorations on than the others, but other than that, they're not going to be super decorated. I just thought that little corner up there needed something. And then I thought I would just stick this little green flower gem in the center of it, just to go with my fern. So there, hopefully you can see that better. I thought I had you zoomed in enough so you could see, but maybe I should bring you up just a little more. These are little. And then at the bottom, I'm just going to put peaceful, because, you know, you walk through the woods or that and you see these ferns growing, and nature is pretty peaceful. I'm just going to set that about in the center down there. And then up the side, I'm going to put these gems. So let me see about how far I gotta go. Just to liven it up a little bit. And them gems won't bother anything when you're writing on it. This book page is pretty thin, but with this on the front and this on the back, it stiffens it up a little bit. You could always double your book page if you wanted to. So that's our first one. Then we're going to do a little one, a little mini one. And this one was, oh, let me see, about 2.5 by 1 3/4. 2.5 by 1 3/4, and then this little piece of paper here was about 2 1/8 by 1.5. So, and this, when I printed it on a little bit heavier paper, so that'll really make it a little stiffer. And these are just a bunch of cattails. I love cattails. I have cattails in my house in vases. Okay, now we're going to turn this over, put our paper on the back. How many of you have made specimen cards? I think they look pretty cool. So maybe one of these days. And I'll just give you a nice little journaling space. Doesn't take any time to cut or tear your paper and cut out whatever you want on here. Let's see. I think this little piece of lace, I just want to go down here on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And it's just barely hanging off the edge. Then I'm going to just put these little gold gems right there, just to dress it up a little bit. I like gems. Okay, now we can trim this off. And this is just a fun little project. It's like you don't have to rush. This says rejoice always, and I'm just going to kind of put that across the top. I like projects where you can just kind of relax and go with the flow. Just put that up there, and then I'm just going to put this little green gem on the end of it. Trim some of these little fuzzy strings off. We go, and I think that's a cute little journal card. Hopefully you can see it okay. And then the back for journaling, and the stuff on the front's not going to bother you writing on it. So there's them. So I have two more, another large one and another small one. Now on these I went ahead and already put my paper on the back. So all we have to do is decorate these. And I thought this was really, really cute. So like I say, just kind of leave however big you want your border. And then on this one, I have a red button. I thought would go with the red flower. And then here we have, time is precious, waste it wisely. Now that's what I think about, I guess, when I'm doing my crafts. Am I wasting my time? No. Heavens, no. I'm going to put this down here. We waste it wisely, don't we? So I'm just going to glue my button down. The button is a little bit thicker maybe than the gems, but I like it anyway. So if you're going to write something on the back, well, you can write where the button is not, because I think it's cute. Then in the center of this flower, I'm just going to put this little flower gem. It's kind of an off-white. The center of that looks a little bit of an off-white. And that just gives it a little glitz. And along this side, we're going to put some gems. Oops, it's sticking to me. And then down here on the bottom of this, I'm just going to put some green ones just to break up the red a little bit and just to be at the end of this little phrase. And there's that one. And I think that's cute. This one might be a little bit more decorated. So some of them can be a little more, some can be a little less, and there's your journaling space on the back. And our last one, I also put my paper on the back already. So So this is just, almost looks like a weed. Now this looks like a dandelion, but, so I don't know what that is. Not sure, it's not the color of a dandelion. All right, now on this one, down here, I'm going to put this little, it's a very faint green gem. It's almost, it's really, really light, but it's pretty. Then along the side here, I'm going to put this black ribbon and put my little phrase. I thought about putting lace on it, but it just looked like it was a little over the top. But the phrase all by itself gets lost. So I figured the writing in the dictionary page was black. So I would just add black lace. I'll trim that off. And then my little phrase is happy memories. And I'm just going to put that right there. So it'll just be going down the side. So we still have our outside showing. And I think that's cute with the black ribbon. Then up top, because this looks a little tiny bit of a purplish pink color, I'm just going to put a little purple gem here. I think the gems just dress them up a little bit. So there is that one. And I think that's cute also. Hopefully my light's not glaring. So I have some other ones that I made already. So I have this one. This one says, see the beauty everywhere. So I just did some roses and some gems. And I did this one. And this one does look like a dandelion. And then I did a little butterfly, sunshine, and some gems. And on this one it says beauty. And I put a little mushroom and some gems. And then shine. And this number 2 I cut out of sale paper or something. I like the color of it. And then I just added them little gems. So them are our faux specimen cards. What do you think? I think they'll make cute journaling cards. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, comments, ideas, anything like that. Let me know. I like to read my comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow it. And if you liked my video, just give me a thumbs up, and I hope you come back to see me for my next video. And until then, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.